Think back for a second. Remember sitting in math class, staring at a textbook, trying to imagine a 3D cone from just a flat drawing? It's one of the toughest things, right? Trying to get your head around volume and surface area with just these abstract formulas. It's so hard to see it. But what if we could change that? What if, instead of just reading about shapes, you could actually step inside them and turn geometry into a really cool interactive mission? All right, so let's get right to the heart of the problem. We call it the dimension gap. And it's pretty simple, really. On one side, you've got the old school method, flat, lifeless diagrams in a textbook. And on the other side, well, you've got a lot of confused students. Because when you can't really picture these 3D shapes, what do? You just memorize formulas, right? Without really getting how they work on actual objects. And that's when you start to tune out. Math feels totally separate from the real world. So to bridge that gap, that's where ShapeX comes in. Think of it as a web-based gamified platform that's all about turning that struggle into an actual adventure. And here, you're not just a student. You're an agent on a personalized mission. The best part, though, there's absolutely zero friction. It's all web-based, so there's no software to install or anything like that. It just works on any device you have, so you can jump right into the learning super easily. So how do these missions actually work? Well, there are 6 of them, and they're designed to build on each other. You start with something simple, like a cube, and work your way up to more complex shapes, like a sphere. And every single mission follows this really simple, but honestly super powerful 3-step cycle. First, you explore. You get to play with these interactive 3D models, spin them around, zoom in, you can even unfold them. Then you calculate. The platform gives you these guided fields that break down those big, scary formulas into little, manageable steps. And finally, you verify. You get instant feedback from an auto check, which is awesome because it helps you learn from your mistakes right away and really builds up your confidence. And this is where it all clicks. This is where the learning really comes alive, connecting all that abstract math to the real world. I mean, ShapeX missions aren't just about solving for X. Nope, they're about tackling real practical problems. Things like figuring out the best way to pack pallets for a logistics company, or calculating how much paint you need for a huge construction tank, or even how to make packaging more efficient for manufacturing. It just makes the why behind all the math crystal clear. But the real genius here isn't just in the slick design. It's about who it's designed for. This idea of being inclusive is baked right into the very core of the platform. We're talking about universal design for learning. The accessibility panel you see, that's not some extra feature tacked on at the end. It's central to everything. With just one click, learners can switch between Bahasa Melayu and English. There's also text-to-speech for students who learn better by listening. You can adjust text sizes, and there are even dyslexia-friendly fonts. It's all about removing barriers and making sure every single type of learner is supported. And of course, we need to keep our agents motivated, right? So the platform has this awesome system of gamified mastery. When you complete missions, you earn badges, like the Shape Master badge if you get a perfect score. You also get these cool digital certificates based on how you do: gold for a flawless 100%, green if you're proficient, and silver just for participating. It's just a really visual, really encouraging way to see your progress and celebrate your wins. So the big question is, does all of this actually work? Well, the data from our pilot study is pretty compelling. For starters, students showed a massive 20% jump in mastery after using the platform. And get this, just as important, they actually loved the experience. They gave it an average satisfaction rating of an incredible 4.71 out of 5. Okay, let's pull back and look at the full dashboard from the pilot study so we can see what those numbers really mean. That 20% jump, that was students going from 70% mastery before ShapeX all the way up to 90% after. And that incredible 4.71 satisfaction score, it's backed up by a 99% engagement rate. Plus, when you look at the feedback, students said over and over that the interactive 3D models were the key. They helped them explore shapes in a way they just never could before. What's really exciting here is how this is built for the future, built to last and to grow. For one, it was developed on a zero-cost tech stack, which means it's financially sustainable. Since it's browser-based, it's also endlessly scalable for schools or for remote learning. And the framework itself, it's super adaptable. I mean, you can imagine the same idea being used in chemistry to see molecules or in biology to explore organs. It's all about supporting that global goal of providing quality education for everyone. So at the end of the day, ShapeX is way more than just another app. It's a complete digital learning ecosystem. By making 3D geometry inclusive, genuinely engaging, and proven to be effective, It's not just teaching math, it's changing the way we see it. And that leaves us with a really interesting question. It's no longer about if we can bridge that dimension gap in learning, but how many other subjects we can transform using this exact same approach.